Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about your favorite topic. We know it's your favorite because we see those clicks, but today we're talking about how to follow up after the interview. So in this video, I'm going to take you through just everything you need to do in order to properly follow up after that interview. I know a lot of your interviews are going to be on Zoom or on software like BlueJeans or GoToMeeting. That's totally fine. So this advice pertains to any kind of interview. So we're going to dive right in and talk about how to follow up after the interview. And my favorite part of my advice that I'm sharing with you guys today is that I actually wrote a template for you on exactly what to write in terms of following up with that employer after the interview. So check the description box below this video and we're going to have that template for you. We'll probably also post it on the Intern Queen Instagram. That's at Intern Queen, and we'll make sure to link everything below. But literally just use the template, right? Use the template. So a couple other notes for you guys. One thing is that right after that interview, the clock has started. That's right. The follow-up clock has started. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to send an email to everyone that was on your interview call as soon as you're done, right? Take a deep breath, write a thoughtful email. If it's a couple of hours later, that's okay too, but make sure to write that thank you email ASAP. And again, in terms of the content for that email, I'm gonna give you guys the template right in the box below this video. So you wanna send that within 24 hours. You guys know, because you've been with me watching this channel for years, that I'm also a big fan of the handwritten thank you card. Now I realize that because of the current situation, people might not be at the office. If you know that the team you interviewed with aren't going into the office because you saw them in their homes, that's okay. I would email the person that set the interview with you and I would say, "Hi, Sarah. I wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to coordinate the interview today. It was such a great experience, and I'm even more excited about the possibilities with your company. I wanted to send a handwritten thank you note to Sarah, Bob, Jim, and Rudy. Is there a mailing address that I can send to?" And you know what? If she writes you back with a mailing address, great. You can send that handwritten thank you card. And if she doesn't, rough times are rough times, and an email is definitely fine. Another tip for you is one of the perks of these Zoom interviews or virtual interviews is that you can have a notebook, and I'm pointing to my notebook here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can have a notebook and a pen next to you the entire time. And out of the frame, you can be taking notes. So as they're describing details about the position, you can take notes on that. So I think that is really cool. And another quick tip is on Zoom, it's going to say at least everyone's first name. Usually it's first and last name. So I would also write that down because I want you to send an email to everybody that was on that call if you can, if you have access to their names. And you know, what better way to do that than getting their name right off Zoom, because sometimes you don't have access to that calendar invite where you see everybody's names. So I want to stop here. I have a few more pieces of advice, but I just want to stop and remind you guys to click the button below to subscribe to the Intern Queen channel and make sure to hit the bell so that every time we have a new video, which is every other week, you guys get a notification in your inbox, all right? So make sure you're subscribed. And then a lot of people ask me, like, how much follow-up is too much follow-up? So here's the deal, right? If you're interviewing and a company says, we're going to get back to you within 2 weeks, okay, great. They're setting the timeline for you. They're doing the work for you. I would send them a thank you note or a thank you email within 24 hours of having that conversation, and then put a note on your calendar for like a day after the 2-week mark, as long as it's a business day. And that's the day that you're going to send that follow-up email. Okay. So just make sure that you're marking that date on your calendar ahead of time. Let's say 2 weeks passes by, you wait that extra day, you send the email to follow up. Then what do? From there, I would say every 2 weeks, it's okay to send a really polite follow-up note. If you follow up maybe 4 times and nothing else is happening, maybe you take a break for a little bit. It is what it is. If you have a phone number, you can call. You could always try to send a message on LinkedIn if you're really not hearing back. But just make sure that you have other options, because we all know that things happen. And sometimes we think positions are going to come through when they don't. So make sure to always have a backup plan. So again, I have a whole template for you guys on how to follow up after that interview in the description box below. And we know interview content is hot on this Intern Queen channel. So if you have any other questions, put them in the comments. We'll get them answered. Bye, everybody.